Hi everybody, this is Audrey with the Creator's Attic. I have not given out a video recently. It has been quite a while. I've been very busy obtaining some gorgeous old late 1800s, early 1900s, some Victorian pieces, some French lace, some needlework, just some stuff that's very rare for you to find these days. And I have been putting them in my Etsy store. But they're just so beautiful. I just wanted to run a few, or just show you a few of these beautiful items. Now, these are going to be going into my Etsy store as in smaller pieces, like this gorgeous piece of needleworked silk lace. I think this one's probably around, well, let me see. Looking, I have you a little out of frame. This one is over 7 inches. Most of the pieces are at least 6 to 6.5 or 7 inches long. And if it's a smaller, like a thinner piece of like French lace or something, it's going to be longer, more than likely. But this is just some of the these are just some of the pieces that I just have lying around that or laying around that I wanted to show you. Look at this. Some of this has come from clothing, or some of this is just trimmed. Look at the detail on these gorgeous pieces. I call these like I have several listings for older items and vintage items in my store that are smaller, like I call them snippets, and they are gorgeous pieces. And this particular listing, I'll try to link below in the video to the ones that are very old. There are 30 in a pack, and I am only able to make up a few of them. So right now I think there's one in the store, but there may be a few more. And it's the Creator's Attic on Etsy. So it's like this channel. These are just some gorgeous pieces. I'm going to go a little bit faster now that they just don't make it like this anymore. And there's just so much craftsmanship and work that has gone into these pieces that people just don't have the time or patience to do anymore, or to work with these such intricate pieces. This is like a piece from maybe a collar, and the three-dimensional like detail that this has is just gorgeous. There are a lot of items in here. I'm picking through. You can see some of them. Look at how this was sewn and onto here, so these were attached. People just had such gorgeous craftsmanship and just so much patience. This is embroidery on net, so you have where they would embroider this by hand onto this net that they would get. Now let me tell you, none of these are synthetic fabrics. They did not exist when these pieces came around. There weren't things like nylon and polyester back. Those didn't come in until the those weren't invented until a little into the first half of the 19th century, but not until weren't really used in clothing until maybe the 40s or so. So these are not synthetic. These are like cotton and silk and such. Gorgeous lace, gorgeous needleworked lace here. I have some, and most of these are in decent or great condition, with very few marks on them. Look at this piece and these things that were done. Gorgeous. This is just amazing. I have not had a chance to iron all of this, but this was coming out. And if you really appreciate and enjoy using such things in your silk, this is silk. things in your work, and you do journals, or you do crazy quilting, or you just in repairs to old clothing, or you like to put things on dolls, or make dolls, or just use these pieces in your journals. Like, I hate to say junk journals, but look at this piece of French lace. That is this is French lace. It's so soft and so delicate. So I have just some gorgeous pieces that you just cannot find. This was off of a piece of clothing from way back in the day, a long time ago. I'm just trying to imagine what was going on when all of this stuff existed, or came about, what was actually going on and what the times were back then. And it's just amazing. They didn't have, they most likely didn't have vehicles during this thing. They're using horse and buggy, and things like that. Maybe a few of these were around when the first cars were invented. But I mean, can you imagine these things being worn or held by from 125, 135 years ago? It's just mind-blowing to me. And to have these pieces available is a rarity. And right now I'm having a sale. So these pieces are I believe they are less than $1.50 a piece for these size pieces. Now, I don't mean like the whole thing. I'm meaning like 6-7 inches on average. This is beautiful. And if you know a lot about lace, you really will appreciate it. Or if you know enough about these types of things, then you can see the beauty and really appreciate these items. You just don't come across these. And if you do, most of these are extremely expensive. Like this collar is intact completely, and there's not a spot on it. Please excuse my phone. I'm having a little bit of an issue with it only wants to record in one direction, so it's hard for me to see what I'm recording. So if I'm a little out of frame, I apologize. So soft. So these are some types of items that I have in. I've been working in the store, and I've been working on these things. There's a spot there, and usually those kinds of spots I will not allow in the pieces that I take out and put into things. This is just one of my favorites. I just absolutely love this collar and the fine workmanship of this. Now, and you can see where they a lot of this stuff is hand sewn on the edges. Like, I'm trying to find a piece as a good example. You can see here where this net was attached by hand. It's going out of focus. I apologize. It's just so beautiful how they were able to get these types of items. And so this is point difference. Excuse me if I slaughter that, but this is wrapped around a roll, but this is just the types of fine lace that come in these things. And so I just wanted to show you a few of these gorgeous things. I have several boxes of these things. All of them are just this high quality like this. So if you would like to get some, please hop on over there before they're gone. I wanted to give people a word out, because put the word out so people can get these and appreciate them. Those of you who appreciate them will appreciate the cost being so There's a little piece. I don't usually keep things in there like that. There's a few things. There may be a few little things where it's just so old. But I don't put these types of things together very much, but I am putting them out there now. And I'm kind of rambling because I'm sitting here like being distracted by these gorgeous pieces of lace and re-embroidered lace, French lace, and just a variety of things. This is French lace. This may be a little bit, this is old. It's, you know, it's at least a century old or so. But there are a few pieces in there, and these are still very old. And this is some really nice French lace. So I have a few number of these, and like I said, there's 30 in a pack. And so I think right now I have them on sale for, I think they're about $1.25 for a piece of this, the pieces of this. So look at this, so finely woven. But I am having a few issues with my phone, so I'm having to do it a different way, and so it's a little like seasickening, and I apologize. So I mean, I've just continue to put these on here, but you get the picture and the point, I think. So come on over to the Creator's Attic on Etsy if you are interested in getting some of these. There are other types of snippet kits on there, but these are called, let me see, I have the title. These are called Antique Old Vintage Lace Trim Rare Snippet Pieces. And so that's going to be in part of the title. So I like to nickname these royal snippets because they're just like royalty type. So definitely look for that word rare in the title, because I have some really nice antique and old vintage snippet kits in there as well. Like I said, I'll try to link it below. All right, I will be coming back and doing another video shortly on handmade doilies, but I have come up with a really interesting way to use them for journaling, and I think that you would really enjoy seeing that. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and you can see me actually work in my journal that I'm currently working in, which is it contains a lot of pieces like this as well, and some very old ephemera. I do have some old ephemera kits that have items from the 1800s in them, and some ledger pages in the store right now that are from the 1870s. And so pop on in and see me over there, and keep in touch here, and I'll be putting another video out soon. Thank you, and y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.